In Unit 2, Financial Market, we are studying the money market, and we have covered role of money market, and now we are covering instruments of money market, in which we have studied about the T-bills. And here today's video we will study about types of T-bills. That is, there are three types of T-bills. That is, on tap bills. On tap bills, as name suggests, to be brought from the Reserve Bank at any time at an interest yield that is 4.6%, and they were discontinued from April 1, 1997, as they lost much of their relevance. First one is on tap bill, that is, they were discontinued. Now they are different, but first it was started from on tap bills, that is, it was started at the interest rate of 1.46%, and because of them they lost their relevance, they had been discontinued. Next, now we are using auction T-bills. Auction T-bills means auction T-bill, the most active money market instrument, where it was first introduced in April 1992. The Reserve Bank received bids in an auction from various participants and issued the bill subject to some cuts of limits. Thus, the yield of this instrument is market determined. These bills are neither rated nor, and they can be rediscounted with RBI. At present, Reserve Bank issues T-bills of three maturities, that is 91 days, 182 days, 364 days. Here, one more type, that is ad hoc bills, was introduced in 1955. It was decided between RBI and Government of India that government should maintain with RBI a cash balance or less than 50 crores on Friday and 4 crores on other days, free of obligation to pay the interest thereon, and wherever the balance fell below the minimum, the government account would be replenished by the creation of ad hoc bills in the flavor of Reserve Bank. Ad hoc bills, that is, for 91 days, the T-bills were created to replenish the government's cash balance with RBI. They were just an accounting measures in RBI's books, and it effect the result in automatic monetizations of government budget deficit. They were the reason for government deficit. First, they had told us for the maintenance that should be on 50 crores on Fridays and 4 crores on other days obligations, and they started their result to automatic monetarizations and government budget deficit. Because of these bills, there was government budget deficit. The monetized deficit is the increase in the net reserve bank credit to central bank, which is sum of increase in the reserve bank's holding of one, that is Government of India dated security, two, that is 91 days T-bills, and three, it is rupee coin for change in cash balance with RBI. In 1970 and 1980, the large portion of outstanding ad hocs were converted into long-term dated and undated securities. This conversion referred to as funding. They were started that ad hoc T-bills, they are referred as funding. These expansions put a constant on Reserve Bank conduct on the monetary policies, and they were continued from April 1, 1997. The outstanding ad hoc T-bills and TAP bills as on March 31st were funded on April 1, 1997 for the special security without any specified maturity. Even now, it's only auction bills are done. That is for that is for 91 days, 364 days bill. A system way and measures advanced from the April 1, 1997 was introduced in the replacement of ad hoc bills and to accomplish temporary and mismatch in Government of India's receipts and payment. They have to be replaced with ad hoc bills to accumulate temporary mismatch in receipts and payments here. It is important. So it was called as funding, last one. So now next we will state about sale of T-bills. It is important. The sale of T-bills is conducted through an auction where now we are mostly giving on auction. These methods help in price discovery, a process wherein the price in the market reflects the relative cost of production and consumption utility with a view of achieving optimum allocations of resources in the economy. See here, there is optimum use. Main aim is to achieve optimum allocation of resources. The T bills are mostly conducted through auction. Now there were three types of bills for which we have studied just now. Then now we have coming present days, they are conducted through auction. The methods help in price discovery. This method help in price discovery, that new price are discovered wherein the price in market reflect the relative cost. The cost also, the relative cost, they also reflect the cost and production and consumption and even have the market value. The view of achieving optimum allocation of resources in economy. In the case of auction, competitive bids are resource submitted by the participant to Reserve Bank, and the bank decide the cutoff yield price and make the allotment on the basis of on such basis. For an auction to be meaningful, it is necessary that auctions are conducted on a competitive bidding. Auction means every time there is a competitive basis. For this purpose, the participation should be large and varied in nature. A wider participation in auction result in increase in competition, yield better price, improving the auction result. Primary dealers, bank, corporate, mutual funds, and other participants in competitive bids. When it comes to the sale of T-bills, they are auction. Auction means in Hindi, or we can in the sale, whenever the bank, when even bank does the auction, when of the goods, when the loan are not paid, the people they call auction. Even in films many times they show about the auction when different types of people come, businessmen or and people come or consumer comes, and they increase the price by going uh, in Hindi, they called it Nilami. Nilami. Most of the films also they showed. There's auction means Nilami. The methods help in price and discovery. And when there is a competitive or for or an auction of meaningful, it is necessary to conduct an competitive bidding. There is competition. For this purpose, there is a primary dealers, bank, cooperative, mutual funds, and other participants in competitive bids. This is more important, the sale of e-bills. Make a note of this. Before those slides about the types of bill, only auction is important from your point of exam. Those other tools are just for information. So make note about the auction T-bills, how the auction T-bills are working, and sale of T-bills. With this, we will end our today's video. Thank you.